Alright, what it is, so I left off with the Camaro. We cleaned up the engine bay quite a bit. So today we're going to be working on two things, the oil pan and the front mount where we're going to be putting our intercooler. I'm going to try to cut out this middle section, and I got this piece of flat stock that we're going to cut this in half and then put a piece on each side for the mounting spots. This way we can get our intercooler mounted and that'd be one step out of the way from when we start running the pipe. And yeah, we got to get this oil pan finished up so we can get that put back on the engine and then the engine put back on the cradle. So all right, let me pull that oil pan back off. We're gonna get to putting some holes in it. Look at that. I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've even used this bit. Got them holes all drilled and reamed out. Now we just got to set those tubes in there and get the proper pitch and clearance we're going to need. So this is how I'm getting my slight angle on there. I put my pan on a piece of foam on the ground. It raised it up quite a little bit, and then I slid the tubes in. I actually cut these tubes at 10 inches each and just slid them barely in, just the tips of them, and just to give it that little bit of an angle. So I'm going to tack that up, and then we're going to fit it back on the engine just to make sure everything clears underneath that bottom, the crank pulley and the power steering pump tube. All right, got them both on there. Got them just tacked in for now. This way we can mock it back up on the engine. But yeah, got them at my slight little angle going upward. This way the oil drains down into it, doesn't get hung up on a level surface or, you know, back pitching. So yeah, I'm gonna go test fit this real quick. I just gotta clean out my grinding shavings in there. This way that don't get into our crankcase. She's on there. Looks pretty good. Looks like I'm making my clearance right there. That's what it looks like on the upright angle. Side view. As always, it's not perfect, but clearance is good for me on both sides. All right, let me plop this back off and then weld it up, and then we'll be done with this part. Just got to shoot a little paint on there, and also got to figure out how short I got to cut those. You know, how far back I'm actually going to put them in. You know, because I might not have them sticking out that far. I might, you know, recess them out a little bit further. And I'm not sure if I want to get some AN fittings and weld them on the end of here so I can screw things on, or I may just weld a little bead all the way around there and then just push a hose over it with a hose clamp. Make it simple. Make it simple. Not the best welds, but good enough. All right, got that one all done. So in the meantime, I'm gonna let that cool down, and then once it's done cooling down, I'm gonna have to de-spatterball it, and then we're gonna paint it. But in the meanwhile, we're gonna start working on this. I'm gonna go grab the intercooler, and then we're gonna start mocking where the intercooler placement's gonna be on this front support bar. All right, so it is a Rev 9 V2 Universal Twin Turbo Intercooler. Check it out. Yeah, I paid $156.73 for it. All right, here it is on the floor. Kick this bitch open. That's pretty much how it was packaged. I mean, I had took it out already and was looking at it, but yeah, that's pretty much it though. They just threw some shit on top, some little foam blocks to hold it in. That's her right there. Oh yeah. All right, well, let me get that the rest of the way out of the packaging, and we're gonna go over to the other side and start mocking it onto that plate. Wash this up a little bit, this way we were working on a clean surface. Look at that, they even stamped their brand on the side of it. It's official. Throwing something like that on there, I just gotta go get my tape measure and center it up some and start making some lines. And we're gonna start cutting that sumbitch up. Man, I hate grinding. Got it all cut out. Now what I'm trying to do is figure out what I should put across for the mounting area. Intercooler latch and bolt too, I don't know. Use something like this that's thick that we can tap, we can, screw a bolt into, or use a plate where we can drill out and use a nut and a bolt. And I'm trying to figure this out, which direction I'm going to be heading in. All right, I'll be back. I'm going to go shoot up to the old Tractor Supply, see if I get me some rubber grommets and, I don't know, some steel. Well, see what they got for me to work with over there. Alrighty. Went to Tractor Supply and came back with a piece of angle. All right, busted out the chop box, chopped up that piece of angle. I remounted the support onto the car. This way it was nice and flat. And then I chopped little pieces at an angle, stuck it in here. And then this is pretty much what I'm going to be mounting the intercooler to. So I just got to plumb them up a little bit, and then we're going to weld them down. All right, got the little plates tacked on there. And then I got that clamp right there just holding the intercooler on. But yeah, it's pretty much, that's going to be it. The intercooler was sticking out too far. I needed to get it to go back just a little bit more. So what I'm doing is I cut those plates off that was laying pretty much even with the top of here, and I recessed them in. Put little slices on the back side, like slots, so I can slide it in. Did that on both sides, already tacked it in there. So now what I'm working on, I'm pretty much going to be cutting pretty much all this middle section out and just having two separate brackets, kinda. Something like that, but we'll see. Oof, it's all right. Literally, it took me hours to get to the point that I'm at right now over these stupid little brackets to hold the damn intercooler, I swear. But anyway, yeah, this is it. I got the whole middle section cut out. Then I welded these in here. I had to make little slots, upper and bottom, and I had to take them off literally like 10 times to try to just get it right, and then placing the intercooler back up, clamping it, looking at it, taking it off again, doing a little more modification, putting it back on, and doing that repeatedly over and over again until I got it where I wanted. All right, so let me slap the intercooler on there, and then we're gonna play around with some intercooler piping too to see where it's all gonna, drop in there. I bought actually two kits. The first one was $94.99. This was the 2.5 inch. And I also purchased a 3-inch set for $89.38 that we got right here in the box. I also ordered some 2 to 2.5 inch to go from the turbo to the intercooler piping. That's what I paid for the two of them. And yeah, this I bought. This is a 3-inch straight, which I purchased before I got the whole 3-inch intercooler piping kit. So, I mean, that was pretty much a waste of money. This here was pretty much a waste of money. Originally, I was gonna run 2 intercoolers and go 2.5 inch to the 3-inch, but yeah, ended up getting 1 intercooler. This is also a waste of money. This is a 3 to 4 inch to go to my throttle from the 3-inch intercooler piping, and yeah, it ended up being 3-inch to 3 3/4 inches, which I got right here. The only other intercooler clamps I need is the 2-inch ones, because these didn't come with it. And that's the 3 to 3/4 inch. or 923. Oh yeah, got her mocked up on there. Looks pretty good. All the piping is laying in there well. We got plenty of room, space. It looks like fits under there. So I'm happy. I'm pleased. The only thing I have to do, it seems, is this is actually making it over. This comes up. But anyway, yeah, that comes up. I gotta get it to come over here. So I'm gonna have to cut the latching bracket or whatever, that little hump thing that sticks out. Cut this around here, and get this whole piece out of here. We're putting hood pins on this hood anyway, so we don't need that latch. And I already took out all the other latching stuff, bracket and the latch itself, so it's not necessary. So the latch sits right in the way. So yeah. Yep, we're gonna have to move that mofo back to the oil pan. Alright, so I just gotta shorten these up. So I'm just gonna put this pan back up on the bottom of the engine, and then I'm gonna get me a nice, I don't know, I'm probably gonna go about like an inch or so past this, sticking out on each one. So yeah, let me stick that back up. I'm gonna measure it out, trim it up, and then we're gonna weld a little bead around it, so when we pop the hose around it, it's something for the clamp to grab to. So we're gonna do a couple little practice runs on this piece that we cut off to make sure we're gonna get the proper bead thickness. Alright, got me a little bead around each one. Now I'm gonna try to grind it a little bit, clean it up. Alright, so I grinded them up, nothing special, just made a little hump kinda, this way the hose don't pull off with the hose clamp. Did it on both sides. Actually, this one came out a little better. This was the second one I welded. Even though I did a practice run, I guess it wasn't enough. Alrighty, well, that's it for this one. Till next time.